So we're just here with the ground that's going to go into maize next year, and I'm just going to show you two different cultivation techniques. So just behind me is plough, classic way of preparing the ground, turning it all over. We're probably going to come through here with the subsoil as well and lift it all up, because maize is a really lazy rooter, and it needs about a foot to 18 inches of nice topsoil to go down. Otherwise it'll hit a base and the roots won't go down and you've got problems. And then a little bit of chalk and cheese here. This is the other field. So we're doing this block, which is about 180 acres in two different ways, ploughing on one side, and then we are also putting in a vetch radish mix here. So we've had a subsoiler come across here, and then we've got a drill going at the same time, and this is going to get sort of a metre high by the time the spring is here. We'll spray this all off, and then hopefully nature has done all the work the plough will do in this other field, i.e. it's going to go down, drill down, break up the soil, form a really nice seed bed. And it was just a way of being a little slightly different technique. The risk with the plough is that you can get a runoff on the land, and you wash away your topsoil. With this technique, the EA like it because you're stabilizing the soil here, and you won't get the runoff because the root system is all in there. It'll also leave a chunk of biomass behind, which adds to the whole soil structure and humus. So yeah, it's a slightly more friendly way of doing things, and hopefully, you know, we'll see the results. We did this year for our maize block, and it was you know, we didn't really notice that much difference between the plough and this method. So it's just another technique in the armoury really to use. Okay, so here we are, just looking at the plough a little more close up. You can see how much it turns over. It's a pretty effective system. It's sort of almost going down. I'll just measure my shoe there. Kind of turns over almost about 10 inches or so. So we get a really nice deep seed bed there. That's going to all weather down over the course of the winter. So when we come back to sort of March, April, ready for planting the maize, and then in May, that will just need a quick tickle up, and it will then produce a really nice seed bed. We had the vetch radish mix on here last year, so the subsoiling's been done, so we don't need to manually subsoil, but you know, we're just doing the plough on it, whereas on the other side where we had the subsoiler come through the vetch, that's why we needed to do that. You can see things, Sam's on the machine there, it's slightly skidding as we come up to the headlands there, just being a little bit tricky and sticky. So yeah, there we go. Nice Cavernaland and Fent with 6-year plough on it. As I'm walking across this, it's quite tight. How are you doing, Sam? How's it going? Yeah, good. You
nearly finished?
Yeah, it's just the last field, is it?
No, I've got, unless Richard's spring closes.
Don't think so, no.
I've got that one to finish, I believe. Yeah,
that's right. And did you notice over on Clark's land, was it tight down below?
It was, yeah.
So it wants a subsoil over there, does it?
It would help,
yeah. Yeah. Whereas this is a lot looser, is it?
This is lovely, this is.
Yeah, so this is the advantage of having the vetch radish mix that we had on before, isn't it?
I think that's helped quite a lot, yeah.
Yeah, well, that's good, isn't it? That's what we want. That's what we want, yeah. Oh, well, looks like we better get the subsoil over there then. Yeah. All right. Fantastic, Sam. Fantastic. Very good. So there it goes off. Final bit of the field now. Okay, so we're just here on the land that's been ploughed. All the ploughing's now been done. I brought my spade along here, so I'm just going to show you how this is, how it's looking. I'll stick it in the ground here and put it down in. That's gone in. Now we're kind of looking, it's got nicely in the ground. It's right up to the tip there, pulling it out. That is about 16, 17, 18 inches down, so about 1.5 feet. Quite nice and soft, as Sam was saying. You can just push that in. That's a little bit tighter there, but what will happen, yeah, there it goes in. Nice. What will happen is that will all weather down over the winter. We'll tickle this with the power harrow, and it'll produce a nice seed bed for the maize and enable those roots to get down. So yeah, we'll go and have a look over the other side where we've got the fetch working and just the plough without the subsoil. Hopefully we'll see the difference there. Okay, so here we are on the field with the fetch radish mix. As I said, it's been put in with the subsoiler, and it then got drilled at the same time, so just one pass machine, and you can see how the barley and the radish is coming up here. You can see the rows, that's where the subsoil has been, and I'll put the spade in to see how she goes down there. And oh yeah, it goes in fairly nice. It's actually just hit a bit of a stone, but it's gone in quite nice and deep there. You do another line here. I'll push that in. Yeah, down she goes, hitting a bit of a base there, at about 1 foot down. Try again. Yeah, that's gone in nice and deep. On the top rows here, a little bit tighter. Again, not going in so deep there where the subsoil hasn't been, which is what you'd expect really. But over the course of winter, this is going to grow like crazy and come up really nice and thick and tall. And they've got deep tap roots, which will go down and effectively break up that soil, break up the pan, which happens down below when you plough and don't subsoil. You'll get a pan just below where the plough line is, and that impedes the maize getting down with its long roots. You know, maize can go down 1 metre in root, so it's really important to have that depth of soil. But we'll just go over to the next field and have a quick look where we just ploughed with no subsoiling. Okay, so here's our other block which we've just ploughed, no subsoiling. Let's just see how the spade goes in here. Actually, that's gone nice and deep. I was expecting to hit a bit of a base, and was wondering I'd have to come out here and subsoil after the plough, but actually she's not too bad. I'll try again. Yeah, you know, that's probably gonna weather down as long as it doesn't get too wet here. What you tend to find with these heavy Northamptonshire clay lands is they really slump if you get a lot of water over the winter. But I've got a feeling this year's going to be dry after the 2 previous monsoon years that we've had. So yeah, there we go. We'll be back in the spring to check how those crops have come on.